What is up, guys? I was recently gifted this DC to AC inverter to do a review with. So we're going to go through all of the features of this inverter. Then we're going to get it installed, and then we're going to put this guy to the test. On this side here, we have our DC input, and we do have little covers for it that snap on. Just like that for our positive and negative side. If you want to see what the terminals look like up close, that is going to be where you connect your DC power. You can see where it says DC input, and then snap your little covers back on. And also on the bottom here, it does come with mounting brackets. So if you're going to install it somewhere permanently, you'd be able to do that. And then we'll flip it over to this side. So we have DC coming in this side, and we got AC coming out this side. This particular inverter, this is a 2000 watt, 4000 watt peak. We have 3 outlets here, 120 volt outlets. And then here we actually have a hardwired option, which is really cool. And if you wanted to do the hardwired option, you can see that there are 2 screws here. You would take those screws out, pull this out, make your connection, and then run your wire. Right here we have, it's got a little safety cap in there. Pull this out, let's see. We'll pull this out, and this is what's gonna be our remote wire. So we would take, here's our remote wire, and I think they said you get something like 23 feet, which is plenty. We'll plug that in there. We have a 5-volt USB port, and then we have our on-off switch right there. So that is all the features here on the DC to AC inverter. So after you get that part installed, we would run our remote wire, and then it's gonna go to this right here, which gives us an on-off switch, and it's gonna give us all the same data that the screen on here is gonna give us. Up close look. Like for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna be installing this in a dash, so I'll be cutting out a space and then mounting this permanently. Say you are setting up solar. This would be great for solar so that you can mount this away from the inverter. The inverter can be next to the batteries, and then you can have the brain, the little computer, wherever it is that you need it. Here are our DC connections. We get about 3 feet of cable. We do have terminals already connected on each side, heat shrink, heavy duty cable that you're gonna need when you're doing something like 2000 watts. And then it also comes with a lot of extra fuses, and then also caps for our DC port, because on this side here, you can see that it's open. So after you make your connection, you could pop those little caps on there to protect it. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out to my truck, get it installed, and I'll meet you guys over there. First, we're gonna get this inverter connected to the truck's battery. Now, when you are connecting this inverter, make sure you are connecting positive first and then your negative. We're gonna make the connections to the inverter. You're gonna need a 10mm socket to tighten these up, pop the caps on, and then you are good to go.
All right, we got this all hooked up. Now let's plug something in.
The first thing we're going to try out is something simple. Let's see if it will charge our phone with the 5-volt. You can see that we do have power, and it is charging our phone just like that. Super easy. Next, we are really going to put this inverter to the test with a mini portable space heater. Now, if you've used these mini portable space heaters before, you know that they pull a ton of power. We'll start it on low, crank it up to medium. I have it on full high right now. And if you could see the load on the inverter, it is handling it just fine. Cranked it all the way up to high. You can see the little red light there on the space heater. So it is pulling some power. You can see the load on it right there, that it is almost to the max, handling it just fine, but we'll crank it back down to medium, and it's handling it like a champ. Next up is a circular saw. So we are really going to see what this inverter can truly handle. I would be very impressed if it can handle the amount of power this circular saw is going to generate, especially when we fire it up right away. But you can see it's having 0 issues at all. Like, it's handling it like it's nothing. Very, very, very impressive. It is just handling everything so well. I really thought that this circular saw was going to throw it through a loop, but there we go. No issues whatsoever. Oh man, well, first off, that was fun. Second, I did not think this thing was going to handle that circular saw. I honestly, I thought I was going to be able to pop the fuse with it. I was trying, I wanted to. I really wanted to test out the limits to see what it could handle, but it handled the circular saw like a champ. Even the heater, at full power, high heat, on high, it handled the heater. You could see the load on it. It was just about at max load, so I wouldn't recommend doing something like that for a long period of time. But it handled it. When I turned it down to medium, the load was in a more than manageable range. So I'm super impressed with this inverter. I definitely had a great time testing it out. I can tell you that I will be using this. It's a beautiful looking machine. Did everything and anything that I threw at it. So super impressive. If you are interested in one of these, I will put a link down in the description so you can pick one up for yourself.